Yo guys, Mark from Everything Beamer. In today's video I'm doing something a little bit different. I have my car getting wrapped this weekend, so what I'm gonna do is try to get all this rough, dead paint off my car. It has little rough spots and rough edges from this paint sitting too long in the Florida sun. So I'm just gonna use a little sandpaper and show you guys how to get that off. As you guys can see how rough that is. Like, I don't know if you can see it through the video, but it's starting to peel. This is a matte orange. When I first got it, it wasn't as bad, but you know the Florida sun gets to it and it starts taking its toll. The roof is where it gets 10 times worse. As you guys can see, I started the process here with the sandpaper and just sanding it down. The reason I'm doing this is because if I don't, when I get my car wrapped this weekend, it is gonna be coming through the wrap, all that little rough edges and the rough primer, the cracks and everything will be coming through it. So yeah, I'm just gonna get this taken care of now. Got the back I have to take care of too. So yeah, as you guys can see, I have a new spoiler coming in. This is gonna be, after this is done, it's gonna be like the best 5 Series in Southwest Florida, in my opinion. I mean, people already say that about their car, but I'm saying all factuals. But yeah, as you guys can see, the paint is cracking just from sitting in the sun for so long. I'm just gonna show you guys how to get rid of that. I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak peek of what the wrap is gonna look like. I mean, it's gonna be really nice. At least here comes the sun. Here comes the rain. This is the wrap I'm doing to the car. Yeah, it looks so fire. I already know how it's gonna look when I put it on and when it's gonna be on the car. I think this is just gonna be an amazing look, especially with the rims. So yeah, that's that. So enough of that. Enough of what I'm about to do and what's the future for the car. It's time for us to get work on what we need to get worked on. So basically, I am wet sanding the hood, the roof, and the trunk. I'm using 1500 sandpaper. I'm also using 2000 sandpaper. So I mean, I believe the 2000 is better for this because a lot of this is really rough. So I'm gonna start using 2000 to start with. Like I said, I already started here, and it's already getting smooth. It's already smoothed out. So now I just gotta do the whole hood, the trunk, and the roof. That being said, let's get it started. What you're gonna need is a little bit of Windex. It doesn't have to be Windex. It could be anything, soap and water, or anything that's like soapy. It'll just get it right off. I advise you not to use any cleaners like Ajax and Fabuloso and nothing like that, because you can damage the inside wear of the paint. And even though I am getting it wrapped, I'm not trying to damage it too much. So yeah, let's get it started now. I'm gonna start finishing this side. I'm gonna start move on from there. I'm gonna do side by side. So I'm gonna do this half, I'm gonna do the next half after this. Like I said, I'm trying to get all this rough stuff has to be getting off, come off, because I don't want it seeping through the wrap when it's that time for my car to get the wrap. So let's get done, man. Let's get through it. Spray the block and the sandpaper. Spray everything around it that you know is gonna be applying the pressure to. All you wanna do is up it down. You will start to see a difference after a minute. And if you feel like the sandpaper is getting too old or it's not working properly like it was when you first got it, all you gotta do is switch the sandpaper. All right. You just wipe it off, see what I'm working with. After I hit one section. I usually do a section at a time when you're doing this. I'm currently an automotive painter, so I be doing this like work all the time. So I'm also gonna get this spoiler. It seems like it's a little rough as well. And like I said, I don't want anything seeping through the wrap. I'm gonna keep on saying that because if I don't want you guys going through the same thing and feel like any little rough edge is okay, because it definitely isn't. You want that wrap to be looking perfect. You want nothing seeping through, or what's the point of getting the wrap? You feel me? When it starts getting dry, like it is now, just spray a little more. Make sure when you spray a little more, you spray some on the back of the sandpaper too. I'm about to change my sandpaper out because it is getting a little dusty. Kind of change it out. Same thing. You're gonna start realizing the difference. The best way to do it is sideways, diagonally, you're coming back cross like that, like X pattern. But honestly, you do however you want. Time for the wipe down. All right, now you guys can see where we're making progress at. See right here is all smooth. It's a smooth dude, you know.
Damn, I'm a smooth dude.
You know what I'm saying? And down here, that's where it gets a little rougher. I'm just have to sand this down some more. And now I'm gonna do the same thing all around. Unfortunately for my car, I have the hood, the roof, and the trunk to do, which might just take a long ass process. So, but I mean, I have to get it done regardless, so it is what it is. But yeah, it's getting better. It's getting 10 times better than it was. Yeah, big difference. This is the side I just did, by the way. As long as, I know you still guys see cracks here, but as long as the cracks aren't poking out like this, or kind of sanded down, that's all right. I'm getting it wrapped regardless, like I said. So as long as the cracks aren't seeping out, and you can feel the cracks with your hand, you're okay. All right, guys. This is what it's looking like right now. After it being sanded, there's some parts that are still kind of rough. But for the most part, this half right here, back, is done. So yeah, that's that. I just gotta get the front of the roof and the other half of the roof. And that's really it. And then we'll move on to the trunk and the hood. But you guys can see the difference for sure. I think it's some fact that this all right here was so cracked and so rough. It was ridiculous, man. It was so bad to like the point where it was looking white. Like, you know, I had two-tone. So what I'm doing now, I'm just gonna kind of dry this off and start working on the other side. Yes, sir. I am doing a section at a time, so after I get done with this roof, I'm gonna buff it, see if it makes the color come back a little more. Actually, since I wet sanded it, it is kind of coming back, but see, look at that. That's how bad it is. It's peeling. But yeah, so I'm just gonna try to buff it. If it buffs out, it buffs out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I just don't want the cracks to be seen through the wrap, like I said about 5,000 times now. And yeah, that's that. But if you guys are ever going through something like this, where the sun is beaming on your car and it's starting to fade, it's starting to get rough cracks and starting, you know what I'm saying, get really bad, this is all you have to do. It'll bring your color back just a little bit, and you also make it look a little bit better if you're not planning to wrap it or not planning to do anything with it at the moment. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna start the other half right now, guys. That half is done. The back half, I still didn't do the front half of the roof just because I'm trying to do a section at a time. If you do a section at a time, it is easier. So yeah, I'm just trying to do a section at a time. So that's what we're gonna do now. We'll go to the other side. You can really see the difference already from that side over there to this one. Look how rough and white this is. Compared to that side over there, it looks like the color's starting to go back on it. I'm gonna say this on every video just for a reminder for anybody that's new. I will be giving away Xbox X as soon as I hit 1K subscribers. To anybody that subscribes, there's only gonna be one Xbox X and there's only gonna be one lucky winner. So hopefully that lucky winner is that lucky winner. Like I always say, man, what do you guys have to lose? All you have to do is subscribe, hit that bell notification. So I just got started on the other half of the roof. Getting smoother and smoother. Yes, sir. I think I just got the bottom half and like around this area right here. I should be done with that. Now I'm just gonna start going to the front. I'm almost done with the roof. Everything, the roof is the hardest part. After the roof, everything else should be a little more easier. But yeah, what's that? I did the back. All I need to do is the other half of the front, and I'll be done with the roof. For me to get this white stuff off, you guys see, I have to buff it out. I have a buffer in my garage. I just buff it out after I get done with everything. But yeah, this other half I need left. I'm done. We're gonna be ready. We're almost ready for wrap. I got the hood and the trunk left. But this was the not the most challenging part, but it was kind of harder because it's more bigger. It takes up more room. So that's that. But let's get it, man. Almost there. Hood, and then I'm gonna move on to the trunk. Then I'm gonna get all the accessories like this back window spoiler. I mean, I'm getting a new one regardless, but I don't know when it's gonna come in. So I'm just gonna get scrub that a little more so it won't be so rough. Also gotta get the little mirror caps, a little trying to have some chemical reactions also well from the sun. And last, I gotta get both, and that's really it. So that's next. Let's get it right. And just like that, we're done with the roof. Everything on the roof is nice and smooth. You don't feel any hard grit. You don't feel any deep cracks. Everything is nice and smooth. All right, guys. All right. Got the Beamer logos. I'm gonna switch to change the logo. Put carbon fiber in black instead of the blue and carbon, whatever the first one is, the original. So this is gonna be right here. Carbon fiber and silver. So it can match everything a little bit better. Well, I mean everything. I mean like the rims and the color of the car. I'm getting wrapped. Yeah, so I just changed the emblem color. It was originally blue and carbon fiber, but I just changed it to black and silver. You can still see the outline of the blue. I mean, I kind of like it like that because it's still like kind of like, I don't know, two-tone. But that's that, man. I'm about to hit the back, and then we're gonna move on from there. That's that. But yeah, that's the roof right now. I'm about to go buff it out real quick, and when I buff it out, look how smooth that shit is compared to what it was. Oh my gosh, shit's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna buff it out right now, and once I buff it out, it should be all right. I did get this drill from Harbor Freight. It is a little windy, so if you guys can't hear me, you know what I'm saying, that's why. It's so fucking windy out here, kind of cold. But yeah, this is the buffer I'm using. I'm just gonna buff out all the white areas. Yeah, buff out all the white areas so it could be like clear. It's kind of rough right here, so I might have to go through over that again. But yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Let's get started.